Evansville police are executing a federal search warrant at Blackfoot landfill in connection with the disappearance of Aaliyah Beckerly. Local business owners say a neighborhood Walmart would have overshadowed historic Newburgh. Inside the simulator, hold on, because things can get a little shaky. Each room is equipped with toiletries, a blanket, a goodnight read, and a friend for the little one. We're high up in the sky on this Ferris wheel, but that's not the only thing that will be high up in the sky this weekend. Well, it's the hottest day of the year, and honestly, I'm working up a sweat just standing out here. And now, 75 years later, the whole family is reunited once again. Hey guys, we are the champions. Otters win it all, 1-0. What a game. The hope is by restricting the use of headers, youth players will less likely be concussed. Local business owners aren't the only ones benefiting from free Wi-Fi. They say it's a great amenity for festival goers. Morrison says he's been passed on the shoulder of US 60, but he says he never expected his design to be outright taken.
She was adopted, and when I got the phone call and they told me it's got a little girl, I screamed. Last night, when I answered the door and they said Stephanie was gone, I screamed again.
Family calls it senseless. According to Indiana State Police, Stola and Steve Molinette's 22-year-old daughter Stephanie was killed Friday night in a car crash near Petersburg on Interstate 69. Police say this SUV slammed head-on into Molinette's 2014 Ford Focus. That driver, 48-year-old Brian Paquette of Newport News, Virginia, was going the wrong way.
It's hard to believe right now, and I wish I could just see her one more time. Just see her smile. She just had a way to make everybody laugh.
Indiana State Police drove into the median at mile marker 48.5 to get Brian Paquette's attention. Paquette came from the southbound lane, made a U-turn in the median, and drove into the northbound lane going south.
The police tried to stop the person, and he wouldn't pay attention. This should not have happened. It should not have happened.
Police say 21-year-old Autumn Kepperman of Boonville was a passenger in Molinette's car. 5 months pregnant, she died on scene. The impact of the crash caused Molinette's car to spin in the path of another car at GMC Terrain. The driver of that car, 44-year-old Jason Lowe of Fishers, Indiana, was pronounced dead at the scene. His passenger, Samantha Lowe, survived and was taken to the hospital.
I about passed out when I saw it.
Now family is left with accident photos and memories of a bubbly, outgoing young woman gone too soon. Well, US 60 is for the most part a two-lane highway running between Maceo and Hawesville. One commuter says his daily trip to work, though, isn't safe with impatient drivers not obeying traffic laws. And the Davis County Sheriff's Department is responding.
Generally, the traffic flow is above 70. You know, if you run 55, 60, you're sitting still compared to the traffic.
Jason Morrison of Owensboro commutes to Hawesville on US 60 every workday. He says the half-hour commute has become scary in the mornings. Drivers sometimes going 30 miles over the 55-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Your fellow drivers are acting like it's a NASCAR race.
Morrison says he's been passed on the shoulder of US 60. He says some drivers have even gone as far as to stop him in the road to tell him that he's going too slow.
It's like the backstretch of Talladega.
And Morrison isn't the only person being passed on the shoulder. I drove a portion of US 60. As I went to make a left turn from the right lane on this two-lane portion, one driver gets a little impatient. Watch as the driver uses the shoulder to pass me instead of waiting for me to turn.
You see wrecks out there periodically, some minor, some worse than others, but a lot of it could be avoided if they would just slow down.
Scott Wedding with the Davis County Sheriff's Department says schools opening in August could make for dangerous situations on two-lane roads like US 60.
There's going to be a lot of school buses out, and they'll be stopping at different places picking up children. So it's just one more big security issue in the mornings.
Wedding says they will increase patrols between 5 and 8 in the morning. And since the road is not well lit in the early morning hours, his advice is to drive the speed limit.
None of us know what we're going to come across on the road on a daily basis. So it's just wise to slow down.
Leave early enough where you can run with the legal flow of traffic.
And as I drove about a 4-mile portion of US 60, I didn't see any speed limit signs. Morrison says this could be part of the problem. William Wolkoff, 44 News.
Two-time Olympic gold medalist Lily King.
September 24th, 2016 is Lily King Day in Evansville. Mayor Lloyd Winnicky making the proclamation at Bosse Field in front of hundreds to honor the two-time gold medalist. King also getting a key to the city.
I guess I didn't really think of like what happens after you win an Olympic gold medal, but I guess I kind of figured it would at some point.
Winnicky and his staff wanted to honor Lily as well as some of her favorite things.
Hey camera.
Kids.
And just reach for a moment.
And yoga. Kids from the Dream Center walking with Lily King to Bosse Field.
I grew up coming to Otters games and basically being here at other events throughout the year. So it's really neat to be able to come back and just kind of enjoy the history and be here in the moment.
And yoga enthusiasts bringing their yoga mats to center field.
We're not doing hot yoga, we're doing burnt yoga.
To exercise with the Olympian.
I can see how hard it is and how strenuous you have to work to stay in shape. And what she does is amazing.
Young swimmers flocking to the field to meet King.
I really like Lily King because I love swimming, and when I go to my grandma's house, when we watch TV, I always like watching her on TV.
And after getting the chance to meet Lily King, both swimmers and parents of swimmers can't help but emulate that championship attitude.
She makes me feel like I can actually do that when I grow up, like I can actually be a swimmer when I grow up.
You get up early to go to the swim practices, and sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. To see somebody reach the top of what you can do in the sports really gives you a little more motivation to get up early and go work out.
King says her plans are to go back to IU to swim and finish her degree. But Evansville residents are glad she came by to visit the place she calls home.
Just work hard and try to do things the right way. I think that's something she really demonstrated in the Olympics. Do things the right way and good things will happen.
William Wolkoff, 44 News. Well, Heather, a devastating end to the search for 16-year-old Maurice Gray. Several agencies using all the tools at their disposal. The Evansville and Perry Township Fire Departments conducting bank searches by land and water, and Vanderburgh County EMA searching from the sky with a drone. I spoke with Gray's family members who say they're in shock at the loss.
We all loved him, didn't want him to go. But he went doing what he loved to do.
Maurice Gray describes his son Maurice Blake Gray as an avid fisherman. And on a warm summer Saturday, that's exactly what Blake was doing. But according to Indiana conservation officers, Gray fell into the river Saturday afternoon and was lost in the water. Family says they fished that spot along Pigeon Creek numerous times.
We went fishing every day, and of course he had to be with us.
And it's something he did daily every summer with his father.
Watching him come back from down the lake, he caught some big fish, but I let him talk about them, and I told him how proud of him I was all the time.
Gray's sister Sabrina remembers a fun-loving jokester.
He could talk about anything and make you laugh. It was just his liberty jokes is just what kept everybody going on the bus.
Gray's body was found in Pigeon Creek just after 2:45 Sunday. A harrowing conclusion family still can't believe.
Fly high, baby boy. I miss you and hope to see you sometime.
I know where you're at. I love you, baby.
Well, it was only a few months ago Luke Dill was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma bone cancer, but today he took a break from his treatment to be a normal kid. And boy, was he in for a surprise. It's a day with superheroes and local law enforcement. A day which most 4-year-olds like Luke Dill dream of.
When they came out here on a fire truck, he was really surprised.
But it's a day that almost didn't happen for Luke. In February, he was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma bone cancer.
It started out a small bump on his back. We went through a series of x-rays, everything.
X-rays turned to inpatient treatment at St. Louis Children's Hospital.
There's times where he has said, is my count's up enough for me to go play? And he should not have to say that, to go play.
On the day of his birthday, Luke was sick and had to stay in the hospital. But on this day, his party, Luke got to play like a normal 4-year-old.
He's a huge Spider-Man fan. It's all we get to watch from every day, from the morning he wakes up and all day long.
And Luke's story has spread outside the tri-state. Stacks of mail coming from across the country.
He got cards from people clear out in Arizona and Colorado and California, places that don't even know him.
It's amazing. It makes him happy. I mean, just to see the look on his face, getting all that mail.
Potts says it's a long journey for Luke, who will soon undergo surgery to remove the tumor from his body. She says it's moments like these that are special during a tough time.
It's like more his day today, because he doesn't really get much time to spend time with all these people. He has to be in the hospital and stuff.
Ramsey says the town has his back, staying Luke strong for Super Luke.
When it's all over with, he gets to ring that bell, and that's what we're all looking forward to, is initially him being cancer-free and getting to ring that bell.
And if you want to donate to Luke's medical funds, Brooklyn Potts says you can do so by stopping by First National Bank on West 9th Street in Mount Carmel and simply ask staff to donate to Luke Dill. William Wolkoff, 44 News.